Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the science class. Today, we continue our discussion on Chapter 2 Microorganisms Friend and Foe. The last class, you learned about what are microorganisms, the classification of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa, characteristics of virus, where do microorganisms live, the friendly microorganisms and the usefulness. In that, we study making of curd and bread, commercial use of microorganisms. In today's class, you will learn about the medicinal use of microorganisms. Whenever we fall ill, the doctor may give us some antibiotic tablets, capsules, or injections such as penicillin. The source of these medicines is microorganisms. The medicines which kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms are called antibiotics. The medicines which kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms are called antibiotics. Antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Also, one must complete the course prescribed by the doctor. These days, a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. For example, streptomycin, tetracycline, and erythromycin. Streptomycin, tetracycline, and erythromycin, these are some of the commonly known antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. Antibiotics are even mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check microbial infections in animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases. Vaccines. When a disease carries microbe enters our body, the body produces antibodies to fight the invader. The body also remembers how to fight the microbe if it enters again. So, if dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body, the body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remain in the body and we are protected from the disease causing microbes. This is how a vaccine works. So, when a disease carrying microbe enters our body, the body produces antibodies to fight against that microorganisms. The body also remembers how to fight the microbe if it enters again. So, if a dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body, the body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remain in the body and we are protected from the disease causing microbes. This is how a vaccine works. Several diseases, including cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, and hepatitis, can be prevented by vaccination. In your childhood, you must have been given injections to protect yourself against several diseases. It is essential to protect all children against these diseases. Necessary vaccines are available in the nearby hospitals. You might have heard about the protection of children against polio under Pulse Polio program. Polio drops given to children are actually a vaccine. A worldwide campaign against smallpox has finally led to its eradication from most part of the world. So these days, vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from several diseases. Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine for smallpox in 1798. The next use is increasing soil fertility. Some bacteria and blue-green algae are able to fix atmospheric nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase its fertility. These microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixers. They are able to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So they are called biological nitrogen fixers. Next use of microorganism is cleaning the environment. The microorganisms are helpful in cleaning up of the environment. For example, the organic waste like vegetable peels, remains of animals, pieces, etc., are broken down into harmless and usable substances by bacteria. The microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simple substances. The microorganisms decompose these organic wastes of plants and animals and converting them into simple substances. And these substances are again used by other plants and animals. Thus, microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and thereby clean up the environment. Dear students, this is all for today's class. The next class, you will learn about harmful microorganisms. Till then, bye.